Hey guys, what's up? Just want to say I shot this video months ago. It's been almost a year ago, and I forgot I had it. I was going through my computer. I saw it in there. Thought it had some good information, so I thought, well, I'll go ahead and upload it. Anyway, you guys enjoy.
So 2010 Chevy Equinox Coolant Temperature Sending Unit, or the Coolant Temperature Sensor. How to replace it. It's actually a pretty easy job. It's a little intimidating whenever you have to go searching for the sensor, but we'll get to that in just a minute. Before we do that, let me show you what you'll actually need. What I used was 3/8 ratchet, 1/4 inch ratchet. You will need to have a 10 millimeter. I've got my 10 millimeter socket laying around here somewhere. It seems to have done what 10 millimeter sockets always do. And then there is a bracket that the engine cover mounts. There it is right there. No, that's not it. There's a bracket that the engine cover mounts on. And while you don't have to take that loose, you can get to it without removing that. It is so much easier just to take that thing off. It's 2 bolts that are easy to get to, and that'll be a 14 millimeter. For the sensor itself, a 19 millimeter deep socket for that. You'll need an extension for your sockets, and things that are nice to have is one of these universal joints. I like the impact ones with the ball and socket style. I don't use the other kind. I think they suck, and I don't want to ever use them unless I have to. A 3/8 flex head ratchet also makes things a lot easier. You'll see I used a cordless ratchet. And one of these little impact drivers with a 10 millimeter sure makes quick work of taking all those little plastic cover things off that you have to do to get to the battery and just all the little 10 millimeter bolts that you run into. So what the issue was, after driving it, and they'd turn off the engine, the fan would stay running and it wouldn't shut off. Which, a quick Google search led us to believe that that was the coolant temperature sensor. And by the time they asked for help, they had already got most everything taken off, all of the plastics, the air box, the battery was disconnected, and the engine cover was already disconnected. So what I did didn't start until after that. Already removed the air box and the air box bracket with just bolts back here with 2 14 millimeter bolts. And then the actual location of this, way back here in this corner. You see these 2 hoses, and then there is a small wire right here.
There's the clip.
And then you follow that down and you get to the clip, and the heat shield that's around the clip is slid down over the actual clip. So you got to pull the heat shield back from the clip, and then you can undo the actual clip. And like I said, the wire, you can find it located next to the heater hoses, and just follow it down there, and it's kind of a somewhat blind hole where you're headed. Everything looks to be the same. This is a 19 millimeter deep socket. Coolant comes out whenever you unscrew it, so it's just in there hand tight at the moment. You have to climb all up in there to get to it. wobble swivel adapter makes it a lot easier. A 19mm deep socket. Clip is kind of small and hard to get to it. Spray. Just spraying the seal down a little bit. Just a drop so it'll go in a little easier. Kind of working in the blind with this whole job, aren't you, man? There we go, clipped. And then slide the heat shield back down. I bet that's what happened with this, is I bet that heat shield got a little out of place. What do you think?
Probably.
I'm an expert at losing bolts.
That's good. You've got them bolts.
These bracket bolts are 14mm. This bracket holds the air box. It doesn't hold this clip for this wiring harness also.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I get paid to go.
Honestly, I don't actually even require it enough.
Oh man, it fell. It hit the floor.
I heard that.
It hit the floor. Did it actually hit the floor?
I think it did. I can't see the floor.
Well, that was started. I got a magnet.
Yeah, I got the magnet. Just can't
See it?
hit the bubble.
There it is. Got it. Okay, so this is the bracket we just put back on. There's a 14mm bolt that goes down here, 14mm bolt that goes down here that holds it onto the block, and then the wiring harness for the O2 sensor just clips right there. Okay, now it's just another air box.
Yeah. The cowling first. That one there. It's going under.
Oh, it goes under that. There we go.
Yeah.
Under the bracket.
There we go.
This slips down over those studs, right?
Yep. in.
There's a hardline hose right here. I know you can't see it, but it's there. It goes on.
Pull it back over. Let's see. So it can swivel over right there, and then I just want to pop it out. It's useful for this assembly. Are we putting the battery back on? I don't know if I need that take off now. The other one? Yep, I got the other one. It's one of the ones I probably took off with Durango. And it never made it back.
There's one of those extra ones.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things.
Stupidest battery design ever.
You know, the scary thing is there's a whole bunch of engineers that signed off on all this and said, yep, that's a good idea.
That may be the other screw. Good.
I guess we see if it still works.
Yep. And turn off like it's supposed to.
Yep, then you turn it back off. Well, I think good will work this time.
Sweet. Yeah, I gotta go drive around just to make sure.
So as you can see, we did test drive that thing and everything seemed to be working great. No check engine lights. The fan was going, you know, turning off the way it was supposed to. And everything was really working out pretty good. But one takeaway I want you guys to, and I want, you know, everybody to get from this is if you get a chance to help somebody out, do it. It's never the wrong decision to help somebody out when they're in a jam or maybe they just need an extra hand. And that's what this gave an opportunity to show. And as stated, that's, to me anyway, is the takeaway, the important part from this video. But anyway, if you got any value from it, please leave me a like and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. All right, until next time, y'all be safe.